and understanding the inevitable power dynamic that's at play, and how do I meet that in a way that is ultimately supporting student success in an outcome that's positive for them. Because at the end of the day, it's not about you.
Right.
And more times than not, students behaving or misbehaving, whatever the label may be, sometimes it's in response to you, but a lot of times it's not stemming from you. So it's a really multi-layered beast, at least in the classroom, with no clear-cut formulaic, here's how to do it, here's how not to do it. I hope that answered your question.
It did.
Okay.
For sure. I think classroom perspective for me too, because that's most of what I see, right? Adding to that of thing is not personal, right? As in right now I have a student teacher and trying to show her like when a student is acting a certain way, it usually doesn't have anything to do with her. The student has a need that's not being met. Whether that need is reflective of her and her classroom management style, or whether the need is something as basic as like, I didn't get to eat lunch today, so I'm having a fit. Whatever it may be, right? So in understanding the individual student, every student needs something different from us. Some students need, I think, me in the classroom to be more motherly and kind and show like I care about them. Other students need me to like get off their back and not pressure them to do something that they can't do at the moment. So taking it one student at a time and learning to read your students and learning to develop relationships with them. Because at the end of the day, if we know who they are, we can meet their needs. But a lot of times it's like, oh, content, right? Like, I got to get through this today. I got to get through understanding main idea. I got to get through plugging in evidence. But sometimes our students are not there with us at the moment. So we have to respect that and take a minute and step back and be like, well, we can get to it tomorrow. What do we need as a class? What do we need as individuals? And same for me, like sometimes I don't feel like just doing the day, reading the chapter. Sometimes I just don't want to talk to them. And I know that's like not the best teaching, but there are days where I just want to sit down and have a conversation. How are you feeling today? Do you feel like you need something? Do you feel like something's not going right, or everything's going right, you know? So, yeah, getting to know our students and building relationships, and I think at this particular site, it is something that's missing from a lot of classrooms. Some teachers just want to blaze through content, and if a student has their hood on or their headphones in, it's an immediate, like, you're out, here's your referral, goodbye. Instead of trying to get to understand why they do have their hood on, why they do have their headphones in, why they're not listening, why they're not asking questions. So lack of understanding from classroom perspective.
That's good. Relationships are key.
Yeah.
So I definitely hear it all here. One of the things I'll say is that, you know, there are students who talk about teachers that they like and teachers that they don't like. And for whatever reasons, but I'll hear the word racist come up. He's a racist, he's racist. So sometimes what that means to me is that there's this problem or an issue with disenfranchisement, right? Black students who feel like they don't belong here, that they're not understood, and that's kind of at the bottom of some of it. Now, is there racist things that are going on? Probably, no doubt about it. But when a student says to me, why is it that, so I'm not a teacher, and I don't deal with as many students as the teachers deal with, so I do get the ability to kind of do some one-on-one stuff with them. And so when a student, like for example, today comes in and tells me, I say to him, you know, so I'm here doing the work that I do, and it's not on I'm not putting it on the teachers or anything, but I do put it a little bit on the administration and above that a little bit. Only because why is it that I'm looking at the student's attendance and going, hey, your attendance is looking really bad. What's going on with that? And why does the student feel like they can share with me what has happened and why it's going like that? And then I say to the student, well, who's your counselor? And the student says, I don't know. You're halfway through the semester already. You don't know who your counselor is? Okay, so then why is it that I'm walking the student to the counseling office to introduce them to their counselor for the first time? And I don't have an issue with that. It's just that some of the things I feel like is some of the black students, especially the boys,